This show is brought to you by
6 years old, maybe. Productions.
Yo, crew members, what it be?
Hey-oh, what the heck? Oh, what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Did you almost like forget that your mic was over there? Is that why you winged it?
I didn't know.
My man Wes
I
was
didn't
not
think about it.
prepared. Wes was not prepared. His mic was all the way on the other side. And he,
Last week, I fucked you up with not having your headphones. You know, not having your volume right. This week, I throw my mic to the side because we recorded something a little bit earlier. So I was looking up something on the computer, wasn't paying attention, and then I just go ahead and hit all my buttons, make all my.
but hey, you caught
I'm
it.
jamming around.
You got
and
it.
doing my shit.
If I didn't dime you out, nobody would have known.
No, they wouldn't, man. I don't appreciate you doing that shit.
Dang, I snitched, bro.
Punk.
Shit, I get stitches now. But better late than never. We're here to hit you with that Xbox Games Showcase that they had a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we got that joint a few weeks ago, and honestly, there was a good bit of stuff that I saw that I thought was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know I can't remember if I was having a conversation with somebody else. They were saying they weren't necessarily impressed with the way the showcase went.
In totality, I was good with it. The first half was pretty slow for me. I said the main thing that I loved was just how much of the showcase was day one straight to Game Pass.
Yes,
that was great.
Yeah, we got like one of the things I loved that, but I also love the fact that we got next to no talking.
Yeah, it was all content and a lot of gameplay too.
Yes, we got a lot of gameplay. We got some really pretty cinematics.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I was definitely pumped with it.
So without further ado, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually shocked that they started with this one because a lot of times they
start with a bang.
Yeah, like usually they maybe pop a little mini bang in the middle and then end with a bang. But this one they come right out the gate.
Yeah, so it's official. We have Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is going to be coming out, and we're going to be getting that October 25th. Just so everybody knows, when that does come out, it's going to be coming out for the Xbox Series S and X, the One, the PS5, PS4, and for PC.
But given the biggest news about the Xbox users,
day one, bitch.
Day one on Game Pass, and this is what I was telling you. This is what will get me to get another Call of Duty game because you're never going to get me anymore to pay $70 for a 10-hour campaign. I don't play the game online anymore like I used to. But here's the thing. Their campaigns are great. They're just short. So we talked about before, like until it gets to a point, they probably never will, but unless they get to a point where they start selling strictly offline versions of their games, like, hey, if you don't want to do the online, here's just the campaign mode and the single player stuff for $30.
Which is something that I've been hoping.
But having Game Pass and having it go day one right there, I will play that day one.
Yeah,
because I have, and that also will probably leak into me farting around a little bit with some online stuff.
I mean, look, farting around is
probably
the perfect
just naturally
way to put
happen.
It.
Yeah,
You know
I don't
what
know.
mean?
I don't know that I'll ever fully fall right back in, just because I would imagine. Everyone's got a time, and at some point your time is just past, and I can't imagine that with how long it's been since I've played Call of Duty Online, that I wouldn't just spend the entire night getting smoked by kids half my age. So,
I just don't feel like being in the toxicity. You know what I mean? That's my thing.
You can cut mics off. You can mute the
I know.
shit.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you can still hear bullshit.
Oh yeah, true.
So
again, Anthony told me, by the way, that they're so much worse than they were even when we were playing.
Yeah, because he did play the last one.
Mm-hmm. Him and I were talking when we were at the hockey thing last week, and he was like, yeah, and let me tell you, it's like the lobbies, way worse. He was like, you'd think they'd have gotten better, but no, way worse. I was like, oh great, cool.
I mean, which is one of the things it's one of the reasons why I walked off. You know what I mean? Number one, the actual campaign, which is what I really enjoyed, was short. And then number two, the online aspect, it just started to get to be too much.
It's because it got way, like, it's one thing we've joked about before, and it's fine. Like, dude, it's one thing, everybody fucking my mom, that's fine. You know, I mean, it's not fine.
Pause.
but, right. But like hearing that a million times like that, dude, that doesn't change my blood pressure one bit. You know what I mean? But you know what you get now with you'd get fucking racial shit and political shit and
yeah, that's the part that
and yeah. So no, I don't need none of that. But yeah, having Call of Duty come straight to Game Pass is fantastic. And then we move right into some fucking demon slaying.
The best part about it, we move into some prequel demon slaying. We're talking about Doom: The Dark Ages, which is going to be coming out 2025. That one will be arriving on Game Pass. That's going to be another one of those day one. And it's also going to be coming out for the Series S and X and PC. There's nothing about Doom being over on PlayStation, at least as of right now.
Yeah, and it looked great.
Oh my God.
It's so funny when you see Doom, like Doom has gone their entire time, like their entire run since the very beginning. It's like straight, the game is just like straight up horde mode. It's just like run through, kill a shitload of baddies, be done.
Pretty much.
It's very straightforward and I love it. But graphically, this looks insane.
Graphically, it looks amazing.
And I'm also not used to flying in Doom. But it's been a long time since I've played Doom, so maybe that is something that's been more recent.
I don't know if that was an Eternal. I never did play. I never did play Eternal.
But what you looking for?
I'm looking for the next one, which is
okay. But yeah, Doom, another one straight to Game Pass. So fantastic. And then, like Wes said, it moves straight into State of Decay 3. I always kind of wanted to mess around with those games, but I never got around to it.
I find them very so. I fucked with one of the State of Decay games not that long ago. Might have been like last year before, something like that. It didn't really like grab me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could understand if you play with a co-op. I mean, where you can have the fun.
Yeah. And
I do apologize because I got like fucking like 19 pages of notes that I printed out, and I'm trying to find one that has.
So State of Decay 3 is the trailer is basically cinematic heavy, but
oh yeah, the gameplay looks nothing like
no. You basically just see a lot of zombie killing. But sorry, hold on. I'm actually watching the trailer right now while Wes is,
yeah, I have it on.
While Wes is looking for the page.
Yeah, I don't see
Did you?
the page. Yeah, I'm horrible.
It's cool. Papa's on it.
Okay, Papa.
Do that.
Because I did last time.
Okay, so let's see. I'm literally going on stateofdecay.com right now.
Oh. I got the next one.
It really seems like it's kind of like Left 4 Dead. It's
very similar to that.
It just says pit an eclectic cast of survivors against hordes of wandering undead as they try to rebuild in a brutal world. I don't believe there's rebuilding. I don't remember what the story of Left 4 Dead or
Left 4 Dead. No, there wasn't rebuilding. You just needed to survive.
Back 4 Blood too.
You basically went from stage to stage.
Back 4 Blood was the same too, right?
Yeah, Back 4 Blood was the same type of deal.
So it seems Left 4 Dead-ish.
Yeah. So,
moving right along.
Yeah, we're about to get what the afterward little bit here.
I can literally just tell you right now.
Oh, please, literally.
State of Decay 3's release date is. There's still no release date.
Oh, so I'm guessing we're going to get it at some point in 25.
We'll see. It just says play it day one on Game Pass, so we'll find out soon. Cool. Commercial.
All right, so the next one is one that I am insanely excited for. Your cousin should also be insanely excited for, but he's not.
Remember, he played 5 minutes of Inquisition. He fell in love with 1 and 2. You couldn't get him off of that. He was every night until like 3-4 o'clock in the morning playing 1 and 2. When it got to Inquisition, apparently it was a little bit too much of a change for him with like the combat and stuff. So I guess
the mechanics did change.
It got a little bit overwhelming, which really sucked because it looked amazing. Like the 5-6 minutes that he played that I was watching, but that was it. And then he just kind of backed off.
Yeah, so BioWare and EA revealed the new trailer for Dragon Age: The Veilguard. which is where we will meet your team of 7 companions, each with their own rich story to discover and shape together. You will become the Veilguard. We are going to be. We don't even have when this game is coming out yet. This is one that I already have on my wish list on my Xbox, waiting to give me this information. Actually, I started fucking around with Inquisition a little bit again.
Did you? Just to get fired up for
just
this?
because.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, wow, I played different games then. Because, like, the battle mechanics in that definitely are not what I want to mess with. But, yeah, man, that one I felt very, very good about. I thought it was awesome to see. And then from there, we go into a little bit of DLC action for Starfield.
Yep. Starfield Shattered Space. Shattered Space.
Yeah, so Deep in the Dark reaches a space the followers of the Great Serpent live shrouded in mystery. Begin an epic new story and explore House Varun territory in Shattered Space, Starfield's first major expansion. Watch the reveal trailer now and experience the story of House Varun, where Shattered Space launches later this year. So yeah, we are going to get this later this year. It is going to be something that we're going to get on Game Pass. I never actually finished the
Starfield. I would imagine there's a lot of people that didn't finish. It's such a vast thing.
It became, well, I mean, it fell into the same thing that it fell into the same thing for me as Skyrim and Oblivion and all of those types of games.
You never finished any of them either?
No, I never finished Skyrim. I might have only played like 2 hours.
I wonder what you finished your Fallout games, right?
Yes.
I wonder what the difference is there for you. Because especially like Elder Scrolls Fallout, same developer,
yeah,
same
I know.
styles, and same thing with well, no, Mass Effect is BioWare, but
I think for me it was more Fallout just kept me more engaged. You know what I mean, story wise and like side stories.
Well, what's strange here is you finished all the Mass Effects, right?
1, 2, and 3, yeah. No, I never played 1, but 2 and 3.
Because that is closer to Starfield than anything.
Very true.
So did Starfield just not keep hold?
And that's what it was. It just didn't keep hold on.
Now here's the thing.
I tried.
Now here's the thing. Because I don't necessarily know what you do anymore. But did it not take hold? Or was it one of those things where you were playing and then decided because something else came out that you wanted, that you started playing 3 other things and then just never went back? Because I know you jump, like if a game comes out, if you know that there's a game you really want that's coming out, August 10th, and then there's another one you really want coming out August 31st, you'll play the one on the 10th, and if the one on the 31st comes out and you haven't finished the one from the 10th, you'll play the one on the 31st too.
I mean,
So is that what happened?
If it doesn't catch me, that's the thing, dude. I spent damn near 90 hours in Starfield, and
you got to think you're grabbed if you get to 90 hours. How do you get to 90 hours without a game grabbing you? Or did it grab you and then it got to a point where it was just no longer grabbing?
I mean, it did eventually hit that with me, but like with, I start like...
Because I was going to ask you the same about Baldur's Gate too.
Baldur's Gate, I stopped playing my solo campaign, but I'm still running the multiplayer that me and the guys are doing.
You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if slowly but surely what may be happening to me is happening to you, which is, and it could be for a multitude of reasons, work, kids, getting older, whatever, that like certain RPGs like that are just too hard.
Too big.
Yeah. Like you need the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you need the closure a lot sooner. You know what I mean? Like the closure you get from like I'm not going to say, I'm not saying we need Call of Duty short.
So when we get into what are we playing, if we do, I have been playing Jedi Survivor.
Okay, let's keep going then. I want to hear this.
All right, so we'll get to that in a little bit later, but now we can talk about Fallout 76 with the Skyline Valley. We got the new trailer for it, the DLC that's going to be coming out.
We didn't skip one, did we?
No.
Okay.
No, because before this was Starfield. Yeah.
Okay. So now we have,
In Skyline Valley's major expansion of the world map, you'll cross the Savage Divide and travel into the southern reaches of Appalachia. These picturesque new regions, Skyline Valley introduces fresh locations to explore among the woodlands once known as Shenandoah. I was about to say, how the fuck do you say that? Shenandoah National Park. I love that they fucking do this shit with like actual places. You know what I mean? Like they grab actual places that have been around in the United States and like, okay, we're gonna put it here now. We're just gonna fuck everything up that used to live here and make it all mutated and nasty. So you will seek out Vault 63 and uncover its mysteries. Learn the truth about the lost, the electric ghouls that inhabit the vault, electric, and their enigmatic overseer Hugo Stoltz. You'll chase storms in Skyline Valley's new public events, dangerous pastimes, and fight new region bosses, a monumental trifecta of Robo-Brain. So June 12th, which already happened, we got Skyline Valley.
Yes, we did. I gotta jump back into 76 at some point. Then again, like I just said, it might just be too much at this point.
I tried jumping into 76 twice now. No, 3 times now. It's not really grabbing me. Cause I tried. I ran with my solo campaign, you know, and then I tried running it with the guys. You know, I mean, we went ahead and tried running a campaign on it, and we just fell off because it didn't hold. Like it didn't hold Dan very well, which is fine. But I mean, it just didn't grasp us the way we were hoping it would.
Yeah. And moving right along.
Yeah, we are going to get into Expedition 33.
Yeah, from Sandfall Interactive.
Yeah, so this one is pretty interesting. We have, it is an upcoming reactive turn-based RPG that will transport you into a beautiful, surrealist new world inspired by France's La Belle Époque.
Yeah, I'm going to take your word for it.
Sure. A period famous for its stunning and lavish contributions to the country's world-renowned culture of art. As members of the Expeditioners, you are embarking on an impossible quest to end the painless cycle of death. You'll journey through the vast and beautiful fantasy world where you'll battle deadly adversaries, befriend fabled creatures, and discover traces of those who came before.
Sounds boss. Looks sick. Can't front.
Nah, like all in all, like I mean everything with it looks pretty good. And like the gameplay looks nice. We got some really good gameplay. It looks like a Souls type game, at least to me.
Meets Final Fantasy.
Yeah, well, meets old Final Fantasy because of being turn-based.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, I'll see what the reviews say about it. I'm curious. People are trying to get into this turn-based world now because of Baldur's Gate and because of Original Sin and you know what I mean, and stuff like that.
In every aspect of life, everything comes back around.
Absolutely. But then the next one we're going to talk about is a game that I am definitely excited for. This one sits pretty high on my list for what I'm going to play when it comes out day one. And of course, I am talking about South of Midnight.
Yep, South of Midnight. So the the art style during the cinematics was so strange, right?
Fucked me up.
To me, it was almost like remember when you make those like flip books?
Yeah,
and everything's like juddery.
So what they did with the art style with this, they did the same thing that the Spider-Man movies did, the Miles Morales Spider-Man movies.
Correct.
How they went with a different frame rate as opposed to what we're used to seeing. So that's why it has that like claymation kind of like animation.
But just
style.
for the cinematics though, right? Because when they jump into the gameplay, it didn't look like that.
I think the gameplay, I don't know. Well, I mean, look, again, we're watching it.
Yeah, I mean, see, the gameplay's pretty normal.
Yeah, but I mean, look at it though. I mean, you
still a little.
And so yeah, this game. Let's go ahead and explain it a little bit. South of Midnight, a beautiful third-person action-adventure game from We Happy Few creators, Compulsion Games, showed off its first gameplay trailer during the show ahead of its launch in 2025. we meet Hazel and her newly revealed companion, Catfish, as they travel through the flooded area inspired by the Mississippi Delta. They quickly find themselves facing down one of the game's monster kings, good old Two-Toe Tom, a gigantic albino alligator with a powerful hunger and even its own theme song. The trailer offers a look at the combat and traversal, showing off Hazel's magical weaving powers, and gives us a taste of the game's darkly gorgeous Deep South setting.
Hell yeah. Looks dope. Looks fun.
I cannot wait for this game. It looks like it has the kind of same feel of like Kenna.
I was about to say that had Kenna vibes right there. How she just like brought all the lush landscape back.
Yeah, but I mean like being able to like fly and float around and use like that little stick to like weave things, like it is so fucking.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be getting this game next year in 2025, and that is one that I am very much excited. Another thing that we did see in the showcase was a World of Warcraft, which was for the War Within, which is the current DLC that's out right now. I mean, it's the latest run of it. I have friends who are already fucking with it. They love it. I mean, they've been running with it since January. I mean, and I guess this is just like they're putting in new stuff in it.
World of Warcraft has to be the longest running MMORPG, right? At this point,
I would think so.
Right, unless StarCraft is still a thing. I don't remember when that came out, but you got to think, right? I mean, what else could there possibly be?
I think World of Warcraft. I think you're right on.
I thought so. I know. Yeah. I got excited for what came after.
I mean, look, this one did nothing for me, but at the same time, I've never played any of the games.
That's why.
And we just did, not that long ago, a Heroes and Villains of this one. So we get a look at Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater creates a deeply immersive world with enhanced visuals and sounds using the full potential of the Unreal Engine 5 while keeping legacy controls and voice lines from the original title intact. A new third-person camera and controller layout offers players an intuitive introduction to the beginning of Metal Gear Solid Saga as they step into the boots of Snake in a high-stakes espionage thriller. Okay, so wait a minute. Snake Eater was that the original?
What? What do you mean? What?
Was that like one of the original games? Because they're making it sound like it's a. Is this a brand new game, or is this some type of remake? Because I remember from us doing the Heroes and Villains, Snake's brother was called the Snake Eater.
What did they call this one again?
Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater.
That's what this one's called?
Yeah.
Delta, right?
Yeah, Delta.
Yeah, it's just a remake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The original came out in 2004.
Oh, all right. So yeah, you get to run with that a little bit.
Yeah, they're doing. It seems. I think they're going to be doing the same thing for Metal Gear Solid, like they did for the Resident Evil games.
All right.
Because of how popular they are. But yeah, it's just you would enjoy it. They're fun. They are a lot of fun. It's crazy, man. Getting all these remakes, which I don't mind as long as they don't continue to like start remaking the remakes. But
yeah, that's where shit gets weird.
But I don't mind the remakes, and I'm getting all these like games coming back that haven't been around forever. But I just can't get them to give me a fucking another Splinter Cell, man. Just can't get it.
You've been screaming for that for a hot minute.
The reason I got excited about Metal Gear is same thing, espionage. So, you know what I mean? That silent, stealthy shit. I love doing that. That's always my MO in every game that we play.
That is true.
If I can. And Lord knows how many times we've talked about this game, but we have.
Oh yeah, we got a new Sea of Thieves, and that one
season 13.
Yeah, season 13. I'm so shocked that we even got that many seasons. I didn't realize that.
This game's insanely popular, dude.
It is. It really is. Like, so one of my boys, we call him Indiana Ian, and he plays this and he loves this game. I mean, I've been hearing about this for a while. I'm never able to get past the animation, because the animation is, it's kind of like animation's a little bit like Little Nightmares-ish, you know what I mean? Again, that claymation style.
Hey, man, y'all fuckers got on me for not wanting to play Borderlands because of what the animation style was like.
Oh, I know. Pot, call kettle black. I know, all that shit. And this next game that we're going to talk about is actually going to be coming out in a few weeks. I'm really excited about this one. They're calling this one a Souls Light, even though I'm not really seeing it. But I guess we'll see what's going on with it.
That's the light part.
It's called Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn, and we are going to get it on July 18th. This is another one that we are going to get day one for Game Pass. And the long-awaited return from Ashen developer A44 is almost here. During the show, announced that Flintlock: Siege of Dawn will arrive on July 18th. Set in the beleaguered world of Kian, you'll guide Nor Vanek, a flintlock weapons expert, on a quest to kill rampaging gods that have invaded her world. Okay.
Works for me.
I mean, I feel like I'm starting to become more enjoying third-person games than first-person. I've kind of noticed that about myself. Because I like the way Jedi Survivor is. I'm really enjoying the over the shoulder play. Like Baldur's Gate is, you mean over the shoulder. You're not playing as the person.
You would lose. I don't remember if they ever actually came out with one, but you would lose so much in a Star Wars game if that went first person. Because of all the cool combat.
Isn't there one where you're in VR?
Well, everything in VR is first person. So I wasn't counting VR.
But yeah, so July 18th is when we're going to be getting. And again, that's one that I am very excited for. We are going to be kicking that one. What do I got now? Age of Mythology?
Age of Mythology, baby. Did we talk about this?
I said, do we need to talk about it?
I mean, it's on here, yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, we didn't talk about World of Warcraft.
At least you brought it up. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so the next one we're going to talk about is called Age of Mythology Retold, and this one we are going to be getting day one with Game Pass, and we're also going to be getting on Xbox Series S and X and PC and Steam.
I used to love games like this.
I've never played these.
As I got older, I started to like them less and less for some reason. I just started to play them less and less. I was huge into Command and Conquer. I played Halo Wars, I believe, was the one that was like this.
Oh, yeah.
What else? There was a couple other ones too. But yeah, I used to love games like this. But
I mean, this is just like straight. It is literally Warfield chaos. I mean, you're just trying
it's a strategy. It's an over the top. It's basically a tabletop strategy game over the top, basically.
Into which I probably would enjoy it because of the stuff that I'm into.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, we're going to be getting that one September 4th, which is again is a day one.
You know how much you gotta love an Xbox showcase that you'd spend less time saying which games aren't going straight to Game Pass. That's excellent. That's fucking.
And
excellent.
That's a lot. And that's, and this trailer, I think messed a lot of people because I don't know how many people were actually really expecting it. So Perfect Dark unveiled their first look at the gameplay in their new trailer. The initiative's highly anticipated reboot of the Secret Agent series featuring the iconic Joanna Dark. In the near future, Earth is struck by a series of global disasters, bringing ecosystems around the world to the verge of collapse. In the all-new Perfect Dark game, you experience the journey of Joanna Dark, Datadyne's elite agent, as she hunts down the world's most wanted criminal, Daniel Carrington, to uncover the mysteries behind the technological breakthroughs that could threaten the lives of millions of people.
I have not played Perfect Dark since Nintendo 64.
Okay, so you actually did play Perfect Dark.
Yes.
Okay. Now, here's why I'm not worried about whether this game's going to be good or not. It's Crystal Dynamics. Fucking fantastic. They do some great fucking.
Don't disagree.
And I mean, look, for the most part, the world looks good. But again, you're falling into that first person, which I'm kind of falling out of.
I'm not falling out. I mean, I like both. I don't really have an issue with either one. To me, it just depends on if the game is good or not. But I couldn't even tell because
the game will grab you?
Like I
Well, actually, a better question: Are you at least gonna give it a shot?
Honestly, it just depends on what else is out around that time. Really, am I gonna say it's high on my list? No. But like I said, it's a game that I haven't been in that world since Nintendo 64.
I mean, a lot of people
35,
haven't
brother.
been in the dark world in a very long.
There's still always people that go back and play those games. I actually think Perfect Dark might be it may be on the emulator on the Switch. I don't remember.
I mean, it's 100% on Game Pass. I mean, we have the Perfect Dark. I think, but because there's two of them, right? Isn't there two Perfect Dark games? Well, I mean, we definitely have one of them on Game Pass. But then from here, we got a little bit of let's do a little talky bullshit.
Was it Howard?
Yeah, no, I
It
don't
was
think it was
Spencer.
Howard.
It was Spencer.
Spencer? No, that ain't Spencer.
Oh no, he came.
I don't know
in
who the
the
fuck this guy is. But I know, you know what? He's got something to do with
Diablo.
fucking Diablo, yeah. So we got it's Blizzard. I was trying to think of the fucking that guy's from Blizzard.
Do better.
Please.
Forward, please. Do better.
So we got the look at the very first expansion of Diablo 4. It is called Vessels of Hatred. Now, this one looks mighty. It looks like we're going into a completely different land than we were in with Diablo 4. Diablo 4 was very much it kind of felt like a little bit of like the French Revolution, like Renaissance era type feel. This one, this DLC looks like they bring you over to Asia, or maybe into like the Polynesians or something like that. Just because the characters, the race of the characters look much different.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Graphically, there's cinematics,
So good.
and then there's cinematics, bro.
So good.
It's like this and like Hellblade have some of the most ridiculous cinematics.
Yeah. So here we go. Unleash the power of the Spiritborn, a new class in that harnesses the mystical spirits of the jungle for swift and devastating attacks. The hunt for Neyrelle begins anew as she strives to thwart Mistifo's sinister plot. Dive into the jungle region of Nahantu. Yeah, sure, somewhere like that, where new dungeons, strongholds, and enemies await, along with the new PvE co-op activity where you can team up and take down challenges for promising rewards. See, I like that part. The co-op in this game, I enjoy. Because for the most part, because there's only very small select areas where you can actually fight other players.
Yeah.
Anywhere else, you know what I mean? Like there's no killing of other playable characters. You're only killing the enemy, and everybody's contributing to it. And that's one of the things that I really did enjoy about about this game. And we are going to be getting this DLC on October 8th. Again, this is from Blizzard Entertainment. Vessels of Hatred is the brand new DLC that is going to be coming out for Diablo.
Hell yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hero.
Yeah, you enjoy. Look, yo. I already know. Once I saw that one, I'm like, yo. I know a lot of people that are gonna be popping off on.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What the hell is that page?
I believe the
saw it.
first 3 are on Game Pass, aren't they?
Yes. They
Dude,
all. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
I'm telling you, you gotta fuck with those. I'm telling you, you'll love them.
Dude, I tried. I started
Actually,
fucking with Fable.
So I'll
First
tell you,
one.
dude, you let yourself fall in. It's so good, so good.
So how about you take a look? So I'm trying.
Oh, I thought you were about to hand me a page.
Once I find it, I'll hand it to you.
Oh, yeah. So Wes already said it. So we have. No, look at that. We have got. Oh, all right. So, what does it mean to be a hero? In last year's trailer, that question was answered by Dave, a gardener turned giant with a chip on his shoulder. This year, we get a much darker take from Humphrey, played by the British comedy actor Matt King. Humphrey was once Albion's greatest hero, but those glory days are long gone. In Fable, Humphrey will be forced out of retirement when a mysterious figure from his past threatens the very existence of Albion. Playground Games also confirmed its collaboration with Eidos Montreal, who will be supporting the ongoing development of Fable, which will be coming to players in 2025. Now, we have been waiting for this Fable game for a while because when did Fable 3 come out? Holy moly.
I mean, we saw the trailer for the new Fable, and we saw that one cinematic that was only like maybe 20 seconds long, where we saw the fairy get eaten by the frog or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? We saw that, I think, 4 years.
So for this. That's for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, you want to talk about like Borderlands fans having it rough. Fable 3 came out in 2010.
I'm not gonna be getting the game for
15 years.
Jesus.
15 fucking years, bro.
That is.
And this one does look like a 2025 version of Fable. It is the first 3 Fable games were very cartoony. They had more of a cartoony look, which I had no problem with because the way the game played, it was fine.
I mean, look, a lot of the people looked very much like halflings, if you know, like D&D type things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? A lot of people very much had that halfling look to where it's like, they look like people, but they're like very much shorter in stature.
This is the very first game that I ever played with a Paragon system.
God.
But like I always loved the way that they worked their Paragon system because, unlike a lot of other games, depending on where you fall in the Paragon, like you physically change. You physically
That's
change,
right.
and people will react to you differently. So if you go all the way the evil route, you end up with fucking horns that come out, and there's like flies around you and shit. And every time you walk around, people are like shaking and they don't want to come near you. When you're like the best of the best, you pretty much look like a damn angel. I actually think you have a halo. Actually,
That's nuts.
yeah. So Fable's gonna be. I already know that.
And that one is coming out in 2025. We don't have an actual date. The next one that we have on here is a new competitive first-person shooter. It's called Fragpunk. It is a frantic squad-based 5v5 hero shooter where you set the rules of engagement for every new round by activating power-up cards. This game will debut. The game debuted on the showcase of this year. Fragpunk rocks the hero shooter genre with fast-paced combat with a plethora of synergies and counterplays between over 70 shard cards, 10 heroes, 14 weapons, and 4 maps. So you have all sorts of ways to just keep on jumping around with it.
So games like that, I obviously always try it first before I talk shit, but those types of games just aren't my jam anymore. Like competitive first-person shooters, it's just
No, I'm not. I'm not
like I
that
said,
guy
and like
anymore.
I said, unless it has a campaign with it, that's a different story. That can grab me. So when I first saw this trailer, so next up we have Winter Burrow. When this first came up, did I ever have you mess around with Moss on the VR with the little mouse?
No.
That's what I thought this was at first. It looks totally different, so I shouldn't have had a reason to think it's what this was, but I see a little mouse. I just assumed that's what it was. But this, Alex immediately when she saw this, she was like, this actually a little bit. Because it's got a little Stardew in it. Build your dream burrow and explore a charming snow-coated open world in Winter Burrow, a cozy woodland survival game. As a tiny mouse, spend your days adventuring through brisk environments as you search for your lost auntie, collect up resources to restore your childhood burrow. Winter Burrow merges comfy, cozy game elements with challenging yet approachable survival mechanics. Spend time in your burrow crafting cute decorations to make your surroundings feel homely, knit cozy clothing to stay warm in the cold weather, and make sure you're prepared for those big days of foraging in the forest. Yeah, it's got my wife all over it. I'd probably mess around with it too, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that is Winter Burrow coming early in 2025, and again, straight to Game Pass. Mixtape, yep.
So the Annapurna.
All you got to say is Annapurna, and then you know.
Like, dude, like, look at this, man. You got people. I mean, you got like this fucking skateboarding down this fucking huge ass hill. It looks so much like San Francisco type thing.
Yeah, Annapurna is famous for games like this. You've had like open roads. Cocoon, you messed with, right? You were confused the whole time you were playing it, if I remember correctly.
No, I didn't play.
Really? For some reason, I thought you did.
No,
Cocoon, Solar Ash. Did you mess with that, or was that Anthony?
no, that was Anthony that played with the.
Solar Ash. Like we said, you had Open Roads forever ago. Same basic type of thing.
Now the cool thing with this game is that you have so much happening when it comes down to music, because that's honestly what matters most about this game.
Yeah, but you know what? What a stupid trailer, considering they weren't able to have sound for like 90% of it.
Yeah, for copyright reasons, they had, and I mean, and a lot of it's because it's actually because like streaming and YouTube issues.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because
they
like
don't want to get dickma, you know?
exactly. I mean, you're gonna end up with a dickma. So
It sounds like some like penile fungus, bro. Ew, bro. How you gonna come over to my house when you got a case of the dickma, bro?
yo, this motherfucker say.
That's a 35-year-old thing to say. I just said penile fungus. If we were in our 20s, that would have been dick disease. That's how you know I'm old. I went from dick disease to penile fungus.
So again, the main thing with this game is the music. The music that is in here, it features music from Devo, Roxy Music, Lush, Smashing Pumpkins, Iggy Pop. You have Joy Vision, and many, many more. We don't have any information on when this game will be actually dropping, but it is one that is going to be for day one in Game Pass. I thought this was fucking.
I always think it's cool until I sit down to play it, and I'm like, I don't have
There's
time.
way too, dude.
It's like I don't have enough time to take you on like an 8-hour flight. Sorry.
So I did start fucking with the game a little bit because there was a console version on Game Pass. And just to not bury the lead too much, we're talking about Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Look, one thing you got to say about some of these simulator games is they don't lie. When they say simulator, they mean simulator.
Yes.
My goodness.
Yes, there's a lot with the controls that you must handle. But the really cool thing with this one is that it looks like you're getting
They give you some fun stuff too.
Yeah, things that aren't so mundane as just like doing a flying route. I mean, with like a Boeing 747.
Yeah, you've got Red Bull planes doing all those like the stunt planes.
Thing.
You got like
the
stunt
helicopters.
Planes. Yeah. You got looks like you got crop dusters. You got
got Coast Guard stuff. Looks like
the coolest part of it to me, even if you don't do it very long, is just to get inside all the different crafts.
Yes,
and just mess around with them for a little bit and see how they handle. Like that's fun.
Yeah. We are going to be getting this DLC for it. Day one with Game Pass on November 19th.
Can you imagine VR for that?
That would be cool. I really think they need to.
If you could do it for Ace Combat, you can do it for this because that's way more low key.
True.
Right? So they absolutely could. That thing is fucking wicked, whatever the fuck that was.
Well, the thing with all the propellers?
Out here flying a blimp right next to Christ the Redeemer. But yeah, that's Microsoft Flight Simulator. But we now are moving on to ESO Online. Is that Gold Road? Gold what?
Yeah, Online Gold Road.
Yeah, ESO, man, that thing's still popping. And I'm shocked with how much of a fan I am of that whole goddamn thing that I've never played with. I've never played it.
Hav and Mike have been trying to get me on ESO. Now, they are celebrating their 10-year anniversary.
It's probably fantastic.
Which is pretty cool. I'm not big into the online worlds like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to where, like, I feel like the world is just going to be overpacked with people playing the game, and you don't really get the feel of, like, what those towns are supposed to be like.
Not even just that. And, like, if you don't get in at first, and then you come in, it's just, like, everyone's overpowered. They've got all the cool shit.
I mean, come on, dude.
You might
24 million people.
The only reason that I didn't play it when it first came out, if I remember correctly, was because it was a pay-to-play.
Yeah, it first came out as a pay to play, but then once they relinquished that, it came out on Game Pass. And like I said, I had some friends that were fucking with it, and I'm sure it's fun. I want to be able to get into this, but I just have
looks wicked.
I just have this thing with just Elder Scrolls stuff. It just doesn't grab me the way it grabs everybody else.
Yeah, see, so for me, which is funny because I love it's funny to me considering my two favorite RPG franchises are Mass Effect and Elder Scrolls. The funny thing about that for me, saying in Mass Effect, is I have always, for my whole life, gravitated more towards games like Skyrim with like swords and shields and armor than guns. I've always been
Okay.
I've always more so like I've always liked, that. I loved like Rise when it came out for Xbox, and if they weren't so fucking hard, I would love the Souls games for the same reason. Elden Ring, same type of shit. But anyway, off to Squeenix. Off to Squeenix, baby.
I was hoping I'd get this.
Oh, sorry.
No, you got it. So yeah, we get a look at a very cool. They just keep on just doing really neat shit with these games. Life is Strange, Double Exposure.
Yeah, and Anthony played the last one, and he said it was fantastic.
True Colors.
Actually, I don't
True
remember if he
Colors
played
was the
True
last
Colors
one.
or the one before that.
The one before it, yeah, I know he played that.
Yeah,
loved.
I don't remember if he played True Colors, but this one had a cool fucking story to it.
Yeah, so with this one,
This one grabbed Alex too,
oh, did it?
because of the investigative part of it.
Got it. Well, that's one of the really good things about these
In general.
So Life is Strange games, yeah, they're very much FMV. You know what I mean? They're very much like narrative based, narrative driven,
narrative based, and they're sure because they're episodic games. So
Yes. So Life is Strange Double Exposure isn't just a return to the beloved narrative character adventure series, but a return for its original star, Max Caulfield. Several years after we guided her through Arcadia Bay, Double Exposure, Max returned later in life, now an artist in residence at the prestigious Caledon University. Unfortunately, calamity is never far away. Max's friend Safi is killed and will be plunged into a full-on murder mystery with a supernatural twist. Max's original power to rewind time has morphed into the ability to entirely shift timeline, and we'll be exploring two parallel realities, one where Safi is safe and well, and the other in the wake of her death, in order to discover the identity of her killer. And this game is going to be coming out on October 29th. If you have Ultimate Edition of Game Pass, you will be able to play the first chapters of it on October 5th.
Legit. This excited the shit out of me just because I wasn't expecting it. I hadn't heard about it.
You don't remember the first trailer for the dude?
No,
We got a trailer for this game probably 3 years ago.
I don't remember.
And it was
that.
a cinematic. There wasn't much to it. It was just basically like a desk with a map on it, but it had Indy's hat. It had the whip.
I just don't remember. And I'll tell you what, they got the look.
Oh, very much
Looks
so.
great.
Very much so. I mean, it's Troy Baker as Indy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Playing as Indiana Jones. The game is called Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. You get to become the famous archaeologist and face off against sinister forces as you fight to uncover the truth behind one of the history's greatest mysteries. Brand new gameplay and a scene from the pivotal moment in the game where we're shown at the showcase. You mean where you're dealing with the situations where the woman she's got whatever like key that they're trying to get, the Nazis. And an intercepted message sends Indy and Gina to the Himalayas, where their treacherous trek through the mountains leads them to a startling discovery.
I think the reason that I'm going to love this game is because the fact that I love the Uncharted games, and I imagine it's going to be very. I mean, it's.
I mean, look,
it's basically based on
you wouldn't have Uncharted
without Indiana Jones.
Absolutely.
You also wouldn't have Uncharted without Tomb Raider either.
Also, absolutely.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks fun. They got Indy. They got the voice. They got the look. I'm excited. I'm really into, like, I always wanted like a National Treasure video game. I always wanted
That would have been cool,
right?
I mean, look, at the same time, would you really want to give Nicolas Cage that much more money?
I mean, I don't give a shit about Nicolas Cage.
I mean, you can't have National Treasure without Nicolas Cage.
No, I'm saying I don't care how much money he's got. I don't care if he gets fucking. I don't care if you can give him $1 billion. I don't care.
All right, so the next one after Indiana Jones is going to be a game called Mecha Break Revealed. And right now, what we're really getting with that is we are going to be getting a beta run on this, I believe. The closed beta will be coming to Xbox Series X August of this year, and will be available to all players in 2025. Mecha Break features customizable mechs, player-created mech pilots, and wide array of mech and weapon types, and 3 distinct game modes. A 6v6 battlefield mode, a 3v3 arena mode, and a 60-player PvEVP. So basically just the battle royale.
So now, granted, Anthem was close, but I have never enjoyed any video games with mechs. They never landed with me. I never gave a shit about anything Warhammer, that Gundam stuff or Titanfall.
I was just about to say Titanfall.
The only thing I loved about Titanfall was
wall running.
For me, still to this day, it is probably one of the smoothest first-person shooters. Like when you run and you navigate and everything, everything was so smooth. But outside of that, like I never care about mechs in anything. It will never excite me. The last mech to excite me was like, whatchamacallit? Megazord in Power Rangers.
See, like I watch shows like Zoids, stuff like that, to where the mech thing, I'm not as in it as like some people I know, like Jacob, but at the same time, I'm perfectly fine with trying to fuck with. You know what I mean? The next one we have is called Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, and with this one we get to step into the dark and tumultuous land of the Shu in Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. This Souls-like action RPG launches day 1 on Xbox Series S and X and immerses players in the dark late Ming Dynasty, a period rife with warring factions and mysterious illness turning humans into monsters. You are Wu Chang, the pirate warrior, struck by amnesia and afflicted with Arnthropy, which is a horrific disease, but it's a source of immense power for you. As you explore the depths of Shu, you'll enhance your arsenal, master new skills, harvest from the fallen foes, and evolve your fighting style by sacrificing red mercury. So we're going to be getting this one. I'm not entirely sure when Chang is coming out. I don't have it here. I think it might be a 2025 drop. But yeah, we are going to get it day 1 on Game Pass.
2025. And then moving on, we are getting more from Avowed.
I am very excited.
I go back and forth every time. Like I was super excited when I first saw it, and then the second time I saw it, I was a little less. And now I'm back up again. Because again, it's my aesthetic. Like this is the shit that I like.
Yes. And I mean, they try to give you like a feel of like a Skyrim type thing. You know what I mean? Because you have the swords, the shields, but then you also have a lot of the like mana-based stuff with like the spells and things. And they let you combine them and use them in either which way you want. Like, I mean, you could have one hand with a shield, the other one with a wand.
Yeah.
Like, it really doesn't matter.
You're just gonna fucking kick a dwarf. That's just rude.
Hey, man, this is Sparta. This year, brace yourself for an expedition into the uncharted wilds of the living lands in Obsidian Entertainment's Avowed. In the brand new story trailer, we learn more about the incredible journey we'll be taking later this year. We met Gaeta, one of the game's 4 companions, as an envoy of the Adrian Empire. You're tasked with stopping the Dream Scourge, a mysterious blight wreaking havoc on tumultuous frontier. Your soul hangs in the balance as you navigate the chaos from the living lands and embrace its wonders. Prepare for an expedition into the perilous, captivating, and utterly bizarre unknown, where you will forge your destiny and shape the fate of the frontier. We don't have an exact date on this, but we are going to be getting this game later on this year. All right, so the next one we're going to talk about is a game called Atomfall. And set in the rolling British countryside with idyllic pubs, quaint villages, and red phone boxes, it soon becomes clear that things are far from normal. Created by Rebellion, the makers of the much-loved Sniper Elite and Zombie Army franchises, so I mean, you're definitely going to get something good with the battles. Atomfall is inspired by a real-world nuclear disaster that occurred in northern England in 1957. The game follows a fictional storyline where you find yourself in the quarantine zone 5 years after the event. explore the countryside, villages, and settlements, and meet odd people, wicked cults, rogue government agencies, and others along the way. We will be getting this game in 2025. It will be another one that's Game Pass day one.
And they just keep rolling these ones out, huh?
Dude, again, like, if you see me right here with these papers and everything, trying to get everything in order, it's nuts. But, like, again, they haven't stopped. They have not stopped with giving us this entertainment. Like
No.
I love this showcase so much. There might, like, maybe 60% of the games I'll play. Maybe.
Yeah, but what's nice about it is they just gave you games.
Yes.
Like that's what you watch these showcases for.
Yes. And the next one that we're going to talk about is Assassin's Creed Shadows. We got our first gameplay glimpses for this game. It's going to be coming out November 15th. It is not going to be day one. It's not one of those.
Don't y'all complain either with all the fucking day one Game Pass games that were just on this fucking thing.
Yes. And you play this game in 16th century Japan as Neo, who is a shinobi for a province, and you also play as Yasuke. Now,
I know you wanted to have an actual episode about this because of all the backlash.
and we will. Yes, because people got way out of hand and way out of pocket, not understanding that
They don't understand the lore.
it's not
Well, not lore,
it's
but
history.
it's history, yeah.
I mean, look, what Yasuke Yasuke, what he essentially became to what we know now, yeah, a lot of that is built. I mean, it's built up big. But he was a slave who then became he worked for one of one of the lords, feudal lords in Japan, and then he became a samurai.
Mhm.
It just so happened to be that he's a slave and he's black
There's the problem.
for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Douchebag.
just go ahead and let people know that is an actual thing that did truly happen. Yasuke was an actual person that was back in Japan in 16th century, that was a slave that did become a samurai. Now, what happened after all of that, I'm not entirely sure. Again, I'll just go ahead and say that
play the game to find out. Ooh,
But
now
yeah,
we got Stalker 2, The Heart of Chernobyl. I remember we saw the teaser trailer for this the last showcase, right?
Yeah, so the teaser.
That would be annoying, wouldn't it? Just nothing but fucking title screens.
It'll be super short.
A half hour of title screens.
Super fucking short. But yeah, dude, when we first saw this, like when we saw those little pocket world things, you know what I mean, those little anomalies, and people were, you knew the world was a little bit crazy with all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So here, I'm done reading.
Sure. The new trailer for Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl is here. Packed with brand new reveals, this trailer showcases the array of experiences awaiting players, from locations to encounters with mutants and arc anomalies. And hubs. Places to have some well-deserved rest and prepare your body and gear for the next intense mission. In-game footage is mixed with narrative snippets highlighting the prominence of the non-linear storyline in Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. The Time of Opportunities trailer is aptly named, reflecting the boundless potential that awaits within its unforgiving landscape. How will you see the zone, and how will she remember you? This time, you'll hear much more of the Ukrainian voiceover. Being a Ukrainian company, GSC Game World knows that many fans are eager to experience the game in Ukrainian with subtitles of their choice. The trailer is aimed to provide a better understanding of what the experience will feel like. The Time of Opportunities trailer kicks off a series of Stalker 2 showcases throughout this summer. Bang.
Woo! I almost got hit in the face with a fishing rod. So yeah, with this one, like, again, first person shooter, not necessarily what I'm trying to be a part of right now, but because of the particular situation with this game, with this studio, I will absolutely put forth the effort to play it. You know what I mean? To go ahead and essentially do my little bit that I can in solidarity with the people of Ukraine.
My people.
And then we also got a...
You knew tech was coming.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, here's the thing that I thought was pretty cool with this. We are getting, later on this year, we are getting all new Xboxes. There's going to be an all-digital Series X.
Wonder where.
All-digital Series X that's going to be a 1 terabyte, better than the 500 gigabyte, that they currently have, you know what I mean, with that, or with the Series S. You have a 1 terabyte Series S that's going to be coming out, also all digital, and then a 2 terabyte Series X special edition, and it's going to be Galaxy Black, which I guess is going to be more black than the black that I have on mine. Who the fuck knows?
How black is black?
I mean, it's about as black Jobs.
I'm assuming this one had to excite you, huh?
This one definitely did. I still need to finish Gears 5.
I was gonna say,
But-
didn't you up to like a certain one? Didn't you and Ant play like all of them?
Yeah, Ant and I played 1, 2, 3 all together. And yeah, so we're talking about Gears of War. So we got a new game that is going to be seeing younger years, 14 years in the past for Phoenix and Dom. And we get to see them face the new nightmare, the Locust Horde. The subterranean monsters, grotesque and relentless, erupt from below, laying siege on humanity itself. But you get to actually, like, you get to see a little bit more of what the story was prior to what we know with everything else with Gears.
Yeah. Dude, I remember when I first played Gears, I thought that, and I don't remember which game it was in, but I thought that like they took Nemesis out of Resident Evil. Because there's a motherfucker in there that looked like Nemesis, just minus the rocket launcher.
Yeah, there was that really, really big cat. I forget what. But yeah, man, I'm super excited for this one. I'm not entirely sure when it's actually going to be dropping. I'm guessing I'm going to be seeing it as some.
So, what are you most excited for here?
What am I most excited for? Avowed is definitely going to be sitting high up on that list. South of Midnight is definitely on that list for me. Yeah, man, you had Avowed, South by Midnight, obviously Dragon Age, the Veilguard. I'm definitely excited for that. Again, I already have that one on my wish list on the Xbox. Like Assassin's Creed, I'm not necessarily excited for. I'm definitely curious, just because I want to see what they're going to do with Yasuke, and then obviously you have a brand new female protagonist. So, you get to have all that fun with that. But yeah, for the most part, that's about where I'm sitting. I mean, look, Call of Duty, I'm excited to be able to play the campaign again. I'm excited to not have to pay for the game, but still play the game.
I'm right there with you.
I don't see
The value.
I don't see the value in spending $70 on a 8-hour campaign. When that's not even what they're really trying to accomplish anymore.
No.
How about you? What are you sitting there? I know Fable is sitting pretty high on your list.
For me, in no order, but Fable, Call of Duty, I am interested in. Metal Gear, I am interested in.
Delta, yeah.
I am interested in Winterboro. Believe it or
Yeah,
not.
see, that one didn't grab me at all.
So it probably wouldn't have had I not been playing Stardew Valley. But now I've there's a real soft spot in my heart now for just relaxing games. It started in the pandemic for me with Animal Crossing. Now I played Animal Crossing on GameCube way long ago, so it's not like New Horizons was my first Animal Crossing game, but just so it's just games that just aren't tense, they're just relaxing. So yeah, like Animal Crossing, Stardew. So that's why I feel like that game is probably gonna, be up my alley. But Fable for sure is at the tippy fuck.
Yeah, that one's sitting
Tippy
pretty
top.
Yeah, I know it's late, but please let us know what y'all think. We're gonna let Ant tell y'all where you can find us. And we hope everybody had a fantastic 4th of July. We hope everybody had a safe one.
Absolutely.
Please enjoy it. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy each other. And please help me so I can stop talking.
Glorious. It's a glorious day today, and it's Saturday. And we're going to connect with CGC. You can find us at consolegamingcrew.com. You can find us at our email, which is consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle, by the way, is at consolecrew. YouTube and Instagram are both Console Gaming Crew. If you check us out, check out Boss Rush Network, which is bossrush.net. Great place. There's lots of things you can find there aside from us. Great people. By the way, Twitch should be returning at some point. It is CGC Podcast. We have co-op Mondays, and we're going to do something fancy for Fridays. I don't know yet. But that's where you can find us. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.
This was a show from
6 years old, maybe. Productions.